Stop. Don't scroll. Just breathe. Because this is not a random moment. This is not an accident. Something, or someone, wanted you to hear this. You felt it, didn't you? That sudden stillness in your heart? That moment when everything around you became silent. And something inside whispered. Wait, listen. You've been asking for answers. Not loudly, not publicly. But quietly, inside your heart. You've been saying, God, if you're really there, please show me something. Give me a sign. Give me strength. Show me you haven't forgotten me. You didn't tell anyone. But your soul has been tired. Your mind has been heavy. You've been smiling in front of people, but crying behind closed doors. You've been strong for everyone. But inside, you've been whispering to God. Please, just help me hold on. Do you know why you're here? Because God hears silent prayers too. He hears what your lips never say. But your heart feels. And sometimes, He responds in a gentle way. Not through thunder. Not through miracles. But through moments like this. Moments when your scrolling stops. Your heart pays attention. And your soul just knows. You feel like you've been waiting too long. Waiting for change. Waiting for peace. Waiting for something good to finally happen. You're wondering, why is everything taking so long? Why am I stuck? Listen. You were never stuck. You were always being shaped. You were not being ignored. You were being prepared, because sometimes God holds back what you want to give you what you're meant for. He held you in delays, not to punish you, but to protect you. He closed doors, not because He had nothing for you, but because He was building something better. When will it be my time? You thought your time was over. But God says, it hasn't even begun. You thought the silence meant God left. But what if the silence was simply God working behind the scenes? Sometimes, when God is preparing to shift your life, He first quiets your surroundings. Not to isolate you, but to get your attention. And today, He got it. This is not just a video. This is a moment. A reminder. A whisper from above that says, something is about to change. Not slowly. Not eventually. But suddenly. Not because you forced it. Not because you chased it. But because it's time. Your time. Stop for a moment. Don't scroll. Just listen. You may think you randomly stopped here. But nothing about this moment is random. Something, or someone, wanted you to hear this message. And deep down, your heart knows that. Lately, your soul has been restless. You smile for people, but inside, you feel tired. You've been strong for too long. Strong for everyone, except yourself. There were nights you couldn't sleep. Days when your heart felt heavy. Moments when you wondered, God, are you still listening? Do you still see me? Do you still remember me? You didn't speak it out loud, but your heart whispered it quietly. God, if you're really there, please show me something. And here you are. Not by chance, but by purpose. God doesn't always speak through big miracles. Sometimes He speaks through stillness, through timing, through a simple message like this, that you weren't supposed to skip. The reason you're hearing this is because your waiting season is about to turn into a winning season. The delay wasn't a denial. The silence wasn't abandonment. The closed doors were not rejection. They were protection. You thought nothing was happening. But God was preparing everything. He didn't forget you. He was preparing you. Shaping your strength, building your patience, training your spirit, and getting your blessings ready. Listen. Your story didn't end where you thought it broke. It actually began there. You prayed for strength, He gave you challenges. You prayed for wisdom, He gave you lessons. You prayed for growth, He gave you time. Now, your time is coming. Not slowly. Not eventually. But suddenly. A message. An opportunity. A breakthrough. A person. A miracle. Something unexpected is about to enter your life. And it will not make sense. Because it won't be based on your effort, but on God's timing. When God moves, He doesn't need time. He needs a moment. And that moment is near. Your anxiety is turning into clarity. Your confusion is turning into direction. Your waiting is turning into winning. You will soon say, I finally understand why it had to take so long. Because what's coming isn't just good. It's perfectly timed. So don't worry. Don't rush. Don't chase. Just stay open. Stay calm. Stay ready. Because blessings don't always knock loudly. Sometimes they arrive gently. Like peace in your heart. A message at the right moment. A door that opens effortlessly. If your heart felt even a small pull during this message, that is your confirmation. Your spirit is ready. Your season is changing. Your miracle is unfolding. God heard you. And now, He is answering. Sparkle, something unexpected is coming to you, naturally, beautifully, and at the perfect moment. Don't let this message stay here. Let it help more hearts. Share it with someone who needs it. Comment, I receive it, if your heart agrees. And subscribe to this channel. Not to just watch videos, but to stay connected to the signs meant for your life. Your journey is not over. It's just beginning. Stay ready. Stay believing. Your time is coming. You know what's beautiful? Even when you felt empty, you never truly lost your faith. You felt weak, but you didn't stop believing. You felt alone. But you still whispered, "God, I know you're with me, even if I can't feel it." That silent faith. That quiet strength. That patience that nobody saw. That is what moved heaven in your favor. Because God doesn't always bless those who shout the loudest. He blesses those who trust the deepest. Yes. You may not see the full picture yet. But God is connecting everything. Your tears, your waiting, your heartbreak, your patience. Into something beautifully crafted. For you. One day soon. You'll look back and say, "That disappointment led me to something better. That delay protected me from something worse. That unanswered prayer was actually God's greatest answer." You will finally understand. Nothing was missing. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was ignored. Everything had purpose. You are not behind. You are not late. You are aligned. Aligned with divine timing. Aligned with unseen blessings. Aligned with your next chapter. And listen carefully. Your next chapter is not just about receiving blessings. It's about becoming one. You were not just meant to survive life. You were meant to transform lives. Your story. Your strength. Your journey. Is going to heal others. The world doesn't need perfect people. It needs real people. People who have been through pain. But still choose love. People who have seen darkness. But still choose light. People like you. So don't hide your journey. Don't erase your scars. They are proof of your growth. They are chapters of someone's hope. One day, someone will thank you. Not for being perfect, but for being real. So keep going. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Your life is about to become the testimony you once prayed for. Sparkles, and when it happens, it will happen suddenly, beautifully, undeniably. Before you go, don't let this message end with you. Be someone's reminder. Be someone's sign. Envelope with arrow, share this video. Red heart, comment, I receive it. Bell and subscribe. Because your next message may be your confirmation. Stay connected. Stay expecting. Stay ready. Because miracles don't announce themselves. They just arrive. Sparkle, something is on its way to you. Do you know why your journey felt so hard? Because valuable things don't break easily. Only strong souls go through strong battles. And if your path felt intense, it's because your purpose is important. You were never being punished. You were being prepared. Every heartbreak strengthened your wisdom. Every setback shaped your character. Every lonely moment lifted your faith. You thought God was silent. But He was actually working in secret. He was moving people, shifting situations, preparing opportunities, aligning time. Not to give you a temporary blessing, but to give you a lasting purpose. Look back for a moment. You survived things you never thought you would. You healed from pain that once felt unbearable. You grew through seasons you didn't understand. And still, here you are. Stronger. Wiser. Softer, but not weaker. Calmer, but not silent. Hurt, but no longer broken. And you know what's beautiful? It didn't make you bitter. It made you better. That's how God works. He doesn't remove your battles. He equips you for them. He doesn't always calm the storm around you. Sometimes He calms the storm inside you. Your transformation was never meant to be loud. It was meant to be real. Soon, you won't have to explain your journey to anyone. God will show why everything happened exactly the way it did. The job you lost. The people who left. The doors that closed. Were not your endings. They were divine redirections. Where you thought you were being left out, you were actually being lifted up. Your story is shifting. From trying to thriving. And it won't happen slowly. It will happen naturally, peacefully. And yes, suddenly. You won't have to force it. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to beg for it. It will just flow. Because when it's God's timing, you won't have to fight for the blessing. The blessing will fight for you. So breathe. Let go of overthinking. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the timeline you created in your mind. You are not late. You are being prepared. And preparation always feels like delay. Until the blessing arrives. Sparkles, your next chapter will make sense of all the previous ones. If this touched even a corner of your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Let it reach more hearts. Comment, I receive it. Repeat button, share this message. Bell and subscribe. Because your next confirmation may be the one you've been waiting for. Stay connected. Stay believing. Stay ready. Because something is already on its way to you. Sparkles, and when it arrives, you will say, it was worth the wait. Close your eyes, just for a moment. Imagine this. The version of you who prayed through tears. Who still believed when nothing made sense. Who felt forgotten but kept holding on. Who gave without being appreciated. Who stayed kind despite being hurt. That version of you is finally being seen. Heaven saw your patience. God heard your prayers. Life felt your effort. And now, that effort is returning to you as grace. Not as money. Not as luck. But as alignment. It will come as peace in your heart. As clarity in your decisions. As strength in your voice. As a door that opens with no effort. Because when something is meant for you, you won't have to chase it. You won't have to lose sleep over it. You won't have to force it. God doesn't send confusion. He sends direction. God doesn't send fear. He sends peace. God doesn't send chaos. He sends clarity. And soon, you will feel it. You will wake up one day, and your heart will feel lighter. The same situation will remain, but the heaviness won't. That's how healing begins, not always by changing your situation, but by changing your spirit. You are stepping into a season where things will start making sense, where delayed prayers will turn into sudden breakthroughs, where people who left won't hurt anymore, because your heart no longer needs them, where you will look at your past and say, I finally understand, it had to happen this way. You are not stuck. You are being positioned. You are not behind. You are being prepared. You are not empty. You're being filled with wisdom, peace, strength, purpose, and faith. The version of you that is emerging is stronger than the version that was hurting. And the moment you start trusting this, your breakthrough already begins. Because blessings don't always knock loudly. Sometimes, they enter quietly. As peace. As joy. As a new beginning that feels so natural. You wonder why you ever doubted it. Sparkles something good, kind, peaceful, and deeply meant for your soul is on its way to you. Not because of luck, but because it's time. Don't let this message stop with you. Let it reach someone else's heart. Red heart comment, I receive it. Repeat button, share this message. Bell subscribe. Because the next message may be the one your soul has been waiting for. Stay calm. Stay expecting. Stay ready, something beautiful is unfolding. Sparkles. There comes a moment in life where everything changes. Not because your circumstances suddenly improve, but because you do. You stop begging for things that were never meant for you. You stop chasing people who were never aligned with your heart. You stop questioning whether you're worthy of love, peace, or happiness. And instead, you quietly understand. I am worthy, not because of what I have, but because of who I'm becoming. This moment, this awakening, is not loud. It doesn't come with fireworks. And it doesn't need permission. It happens quietly, softly, deeply. You begin to feel lighter. As if your soul just exhaled for the first time in years. You may not have everything you want. But suddenly, you are grateful for everything you have. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start saying, what is this teaching me? And that is where real transformation begins. Because blessings don't always come as gifts. Sometimes they come as growth. Pain refines you. Delay strengthens you. Silence teaches you. And faith carries you. You're not losing people. You're finding clarity. You're not failing. You're evolving. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. Your soul is not tired. It's transforming. Your heart is not weak. It's deepening. You're not being tested. You're being trusted. Trusted with strength. Trusted with wisdom. Trusted with purpose. Because your calling was never to live a small, fearful life. You were meant to rise. Not just for yourself, but for those watching you quietly, waiting to find hope through your journey. People won't learn from your perfection. They will learn from your courage. Not from your success, but from your growth, not from your certainty, but from your faith. And one day soon, someone will look at your journey and say, if they didn't give up, I won't either. Sparkles, that is your purpose. Not just to receive blessings, but to become one. So walk proudly into your next chapter. Not because everything is perfect, but because you finally understand. God doesn't always give you what you want. He gives you what you're meant for. If this message touched your heart, don't let it stay here. Red heart comment, I receive it. Repeat button, share it with someone who needs it. Bell, subscribe now. Because your next message may be your confirmation. Stay grounded. Stay grateful. Stay growing. Because what's ahead is far greater than what's behind. Sparkles. One day, you will look back and realize that the moments which felt like endings were actually quiet beginnings. The heartbreak that shattered you taught you how to love deeper. The delays that frustrated you taught you patience and timing. The silence that confused you prepared you to hear God more clearly. You will realize you were never being abandoned. You were being guided. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. Not buried, but planted. Because the deeper the seed goes into the soil, the higher it rises when it grows. You thought this was a season of loss, but heaven calls it a season of becoming. You are becoming wiser. You are becoming calmer. You are becoming stronger. You are becoming who you were meant to be. Not by skipping the hard parts, but by growing through them. And when people see you, they might say, you've changed. But deep down, you will know the truth. You didn't change. You returned. Returned to peace. Returned to purpose. Returned to trust. Return to your true self. The one God always saw. Even when you were still unfolding. This next chapter of your life is not about chasing anything. Not love, not validation, not success. This next chapter is about attracting what's aligned with you. By being who you were always meant to be. The healed you. The wiser you. The calmer, deeper, more awakened you. The you who no longer forces, but flows. No longer begs, but believes. No longer worries, but waits with peace. And one day soon, everything will become clear. Why things took time. Why it had to hurt. Why it had to fall apart. Just before it all came together. What is meant for you will never ask you to be someone you're not. It will feel natural, peaceful, effortless, real. And when it arrives, you won't say, "Finally." You will smile softly and say, "It was worth the wait." Because Sparkles, before you leave, don't let this message end with you. Let it heal someone else's heart too. Red heart comment below, I receive it deeply. Repeat button share it with someone who needs comfort. Bell subscribe, because your next message may be the confirmation you've been praying for. Stay connected. Stay grounded. Stay expectant. Sparkles, something beautiful is quietly making its way into your life. Take a deep breath. Let this sink in. You didn't just survive everything you went through. You grew through it. You didn't lose yourself. You actually found yourself. You are no longer chasing people, places, or things. You are attracting what is meant for you. Because your spirit is aligned now. You've learned to trust timing instead of forcing outcomes. You've learned to find peace instead of seeking control. You've learned that real strength isn't about never breaking. It's about learning how to rebuild. And now, what is meant for you will find you. Not because you're lucky. Not because you're perfect. But because you're prepared. Prepared with patience. Prepared with wisdom. Prepared with grace. Prepared with a heart that knows when to hold on and when to let go. This time, you won't have to prove yourself. You won't have to chase. You won't have to doubt when something is truly yours. It won't feel forced, fearful, or confusing. It will feel calm. It will feel clear. It will feel natural. You are entering a season where closed doors won't hurt anymore. You'll simply say, "Not my door." Unanswered prayers won't discourage you. You'll gently whisper, "Not my plan." Delays won't frustrate you. You'll confidently say, "Not my timing, yet." Because your soul finally understands. Sparkles, what is yours will always arrive in peace, not pressure. And now, your spirit is ready for that. No rush. No fear. No chasing. Just alignment. So breathe. Release. Trust. You didn't come this far to stay the same. You are stepping into a new season. Not of waiting, but of receiving. A season of clarity. A season of purpose. A season of grace. And when it finally unfolds, you'll smile softly and say, This is what I was waiting for." Before you leave, don't let this message end with you. Let it keep flowing. Let it reach hearts. Let it comfort souls. Red heart comment, I am ready for my next chapter. Repeat button share this with someone who needs it. Bell subscribe, so you don't miss the next message made exactly for you. Stay connected. Stay calm. Stay ready. Sparkles because something beautifully aligned is now on its way to you.